foremost, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the men that are serving in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so what we got right here is a live stream of this Trump impeachment hearing. And I've been riding around working and listening to this on and off at the same time. And basically you got these Edomites, these Republicans, and these Democrats, which we know through the spirit are just the plebeians and the patricians from the Roman Empire, because America is the Roman Empire, like rebirthed. So basically, you got the Democrats, they want to impeach Trump. You got the Republicans that are fighting on behalf of Trump, and basically you just got a bunch of, I guess these are senators from different states, from all the various states around the country that are here. Democrats are protesting to impeach Trump. Republicans are protesting to keep Trump in office. But basically, we know that Donald Trump is in office because Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai put him in office. The scripture says that the Most High, he sets up and he takes down, you know what I'm saying? He sets up the kings of the earth, roughly paraphrasing, and he takes down the kings of the earth, and he sets up another. So he puts in office who he wants in office. And ultimately, we know that since Trump's been in office, he's been fulfilling biblical prophecy, Bible prophecy, And so I'm just we're gonna just listen in on this, and this is just a little impromptu, because brothers are on the road, but yeah, a little impromptu, and we're just gonna listen in and listen to the type of language, because these Edomites don't believe that America is through. One of the senators just said that America's only 243 years old. That's not old at all. That's not old at all. And so these Edomites, based on the language and the way that they're talking about the future for their grandchildren, and they don't think that this fucking place is going down, man. And basically, Trump is in office to make Bible prophecy happen. He said it out of his mouth. He said it out of his own mouth. He said, "I am the chosen one." Many believe that Trump is the last president. I don't want Ratazahi is, man, because I know brothers are tired. We want to get the hell out of here. So let's just listen in to the type of things that are being said.
And from New York.
I am deeply concerned that any member of the House would spout Russian propaganda on the floor of the House. I now yield 1 minute to the gentleman from New York, Mr. Higgins.
The gentleman from New York is recognized for... The House will come to order. The gentleman from New York is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you.
Now, if you pay attention to this, they got this woman sitting up there at the top of the podium. Listen to it, man. This is crazy. They got this woman sitting up there at the top of the podium with the purple one, with the flag behind her. And they keep referring to her as Madam Speaker. The scripture says that, roughly paraphrasing, our people are oppressed, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. Look at this shit, man. So the person presiding over this hearing, which really all of this is a distraction, but the person presiding over this hearing is a woman, and they're referring to her as Madam Speaker, And whenever a woman senator comes up there to state her case for or against Donald Trump, they refer to her as gentlewoman. Like you would call a man gentleman, they're referring to her as gentlewoman. So basically, it's like they're attempting to make women equal to men, and we know that that's going off. So let's just listen.
Thank you. The House will come to order. The House will come to order. The gentleman from New York is recognized for 1 minute.
Now check this out. You know, they're all just putting on a big show because we all know through the spirit that they work together, man. They're just putting on a big show, but the scriptures say that Egyptians will fight against Egyptians, man. These fucking Edomites are fighting against Edomites. They're divided. You know, a house divided will fall or cannot stand. So.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Madam Speaker. The United States Constitution is explicit. Bribery is an impeachable offense. Bribery involves the abuse of power, and the President of the United States abused the power of his office by soliciting a bribe of a foreign leader to interfere in an election that he was afraid he could not win honorably, fairly, or freely. You, President of Ukraine, open and announce an investigation of my political rival, and I, President of the United States, will release $391 million in military aid and give you the stature-amplifying White House meeting that you need. This is a this for that, something for something trans.
And basically, man, they're not really talking about shit, man. You know, they're not really talking about, man. Look, I feel like you know, they want Trump out of office because they see Bible prophecies coming to pass. But hey, listen, man. You know, we'll see at the end of this thing if he gets impeached. You know, I don't want to rock the side this guy doesn't get impeached, man, so we can get the fuck out of here. We know the missiles are scheduled to hit this place. you know, we know martial law, the implementation of the RFID chip, you know, cashless society, FEMA camps, etc., man. So we need all this. We need Trump to be in office, man, because, you know, because of him being in office, Bible prophecy has been fulfilled.
Transaction. Soliciting a bribe from a foreign leader is an abuse of power and a federal crime. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from North Dakota.
Madam Speaker, I yield 1.5 minutes to the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Bill Rackus.
Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank my Republican colleagues who have toiled honorably in defense of the Constitution and the rule of law under difficult circumstances, Madam Speaker. You know, Madam Speaker, it's a darn shame that we have found ourselves in this position today. Every time I step into this chamber, I'm humbled to be serving in the greatest legislative body in the history of the world.
That's a lie, man. The greatest legislative body in the history of the world. America is the most wicked fucking country. You know, there's no justice here. You know. So yeah, I'm not going to play too much of this, but I just wanted to stop and just speak on that, man. You know, ultimately, if Trump does get impeached at the end of this thing, I believe this thing is like 6 hours long, and all they keep doing is going back and forth. Different people keep coming up, stating their reasons for why Trump should be impeached. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. You know, so at the end of this thing, you know, we'll see if Trump gets impeached. But if he does get impeached, it was the Lord's will. If he doesn't get impeached, it was the Lord's will. So, you know, with that being said, man, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, Barakatah. Hey, Shalom.